34 games played with 4 more games left. Liverpool are the Premier League champions for the 2024-2025 season, and Arne Slot and the Liverpool team have done a very, very great job. Now let's talk about why Arne Slot and this Liverpool team fully deserve to win this Premier League title, because I know there are a lot of talks about they don't deserve it, it was an easy league, they were lucky, but I don't buy into that, and honestly I feel and I believe they fully deserve it. Now let's look at some metric so far this season in terms of goals scored, goals considered, number of chances created, and the first one we'll be looking at is goals scored. Liverpool scored 80 goals, followed by Manchester City 66, followed by Newcastle United 65. Shout out to Newcastle United, honestly, but 80 goals. This is a team that scored 80 goals in a team where the likes of Darwin Núñez missing chances. Jota as well was injured for a very long period of time as well. So yes, I know majority of those goals came from Mo Salah, but then again they scored 80 goals. That's not easy. Now let's go over to goals conceded. When you talk about goals conceded, they are second. Arsenal is topping that in terms of goals conceded, but you know Arsenal is a very rigid defensive kind of team, very difficult to break down. But Liverpool, you know, the Van Dijk and Konate, I would say, to me, honestly, it was the best partnership this season. Last season, we could say maybe Saliba and Gabriel, but this season, I will go with Van Dijk and Konate. That partnership was excellent. It was very, very good. But in terms of goals considered, you can see they have 32. They considered they considered 32 goals. But Arsenal are the one leading with 29. The other team behind them is Nottingham Forest with 39 goals. Arsenal 29 goals so far, and Liverpool 32, Nottingham Forest 39. Wow, Arsenal. Now, in terms of big chances, Liverpool created over 136 chances. The next team is Chelsea, 108, followed by Manchester City, 107. I'm very surprised Arsenal are really down there for a team that, because Arsenal really create chance and attack. I was expecting maybe Arsenal would be in the top 4, but Arsenal seems to be in number 7. But we're talking about Liverpool here. But 136 big chances created. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of chances created. Now, big chances miss, 83, followed by Chelsea 75 and Aston Villa 79. Now, Liverpool, big chances miss 83. And I will say something here. A player like Darwin Núñez missed, like, he missed some sitters. And this 83 number of chances missed, I'm very sure when it comes to, okay, if they want to do like players that miss the most chances, for the Liverpool team, I'm very sure that Núñez will be topping that. He will be in the top 3 because they miss a lot of chances. So 83 for Liverpool miss 83 chances. So the number of times they hit the woodwork, Bournemouth is topping that, and Liverpool is 21. And again, I'll go back to Darwin Núñez because there were times this guy was just hitting the woodwork and he was missing chances. So now I want to talk about shots. They took the most shots, 17.4. Chelsea, followed by Chelsea 16.2 and Man City 15.9. Then shot on target is Liverpool again topping in that aspect, 6.4, and Chelsea 6.0, Man City 5.9. So for me, those were the metric I was trying to focus on in terms of goals considered, shot on target, big chances created. And if you look at those metrics, you can tell Liverpool were either first or second in any of those metric. Now, Arne Slot and this Liverpool team, they've done a very, very good job. They've done an excellent job because it's really not easy for a manager to come into a league and win the title in your first season. Now, for Arne Slot's situation, why it's even more difficult is because Jurgen Klopp left the club. He left a good squad, fair enough, but then again, there were lots of talk in terms of will the players play for him? Will he be able to like have that kind of Klopp the relationship with the fans and also with the players. Like there was so many talk. He's coming from like the league is coming from is not really like a competitive league compared to like we know the Italian, the Spanish, and the like the Premier League. It's just one of those. Even like if we can even say the Bundesliga is even better than the league he was coming from. So there were lots of talk of how will this guy cope with the likes of Man City, with the likes of Arsenal. Like there were so many talk, but he still came in and he was able to do a very good job. Even he didn't make any signing as well. I think the only signing he did at the top of my head was Chiesa. He actually just made one signing, and also there were still lots of talk as well because people were. I could see like there were talk about people saying he needed to sign players because to keep the squad going for that number of like 38 games in a season without a key player getting injured, it's not possible. But he was able to manage the squad very well. He was able to make sure his key players, he was able to manage them, the likes of Van Dijk, Mo Salah, Trent, also Gravenberch, McAllister, Endo. Like he was able to manage those players well, that even like they didn't have injuries, and even when they went on injuries, like it wasn't maybe all those ending of the season kind of injuries. But then again, this guy has done a good job. Him and the medical staff, they did a good job in terms of managing the players. He had one final, that's the Carabao Cup. He got knocked out in the FA Cup. He didn't really go find the competition. He topped the league table when it came to the Champions League. I think Liverpool topped the league table. He won the Premier League in his first season, and we could sort of say he improved some players. Like this season, we saw the best of McAllister. We saw the best of Gravenberch. Mo Salah has been doing it. Previous season, Mo Salah's game went to a different level this season. Like Van Dijk, Konate, the partnership was solid. So credit goes to this guy. There's a lot he did in this Liverpool team, and big, massive credit to him. Very, very big, massive credit to him, because it's not easy coming into a league where you have Pep, you have Arteta. Like it's really not easy. You have Unai as well. So do you need a bit of luck in winning the Premier League titles? Yes, you actually need a bit of luck in terms of making sure your players are fit. And I don't buy into the fact there are people saying it wasn't, the league was it was a boring Premier League and all that. If the likes of Man City, they have injuries, or maybe Arsenal didn't suffer injuries, Liverpool will win the league. Honestly, you will never know. At the end of the day, you will never know what will happen. Just imagine, you will never know, honestly, with a Liverpool team that have Van Dijk fully fit and Mo Salah fully fit. You will never know. And also, I want to talk about, like, Liverpool had their own fair shares of injury as well. Like, there were a period where I think I remember it was the Crystal Palace game where Alisson got injured. If I can recall again, another player that got injured. I think Trent got injured as well. There was a period Konate got injured. Also in the season, there was a period Konate got injured. So they had their own fair share of injuries there and there, but it wasn't like ending, like injuries that had to do with like the season ending for the players. But then again, yes, you need a bit of luck, but trying to undermine the work Arne Slot has done in his first season, that's where it doesn't really make sense, honestly, because he has done a very, very good job. He did a very good job in your first season. You come into a league and you win the Premier League title, which is very, very difficult. It's very difficult to do. I think the likes of Jose Mourinho, Carlos Ancelotti, I think Ranieri falls into that category as well. I think Conte falls into that category as well. And with 4 games to go, so they've played just 34 games and there are still 4 games left and they're already champions. So yeah, that is really not easy. I rather, to be fair, honestly, if I'm very honest, I rather my team win the league with like this, rather than put me on that pressure of every game is a must win. Every game is a must win till the last day of the season. I don't want that pressure as a fan. I doubt even the players want that pressure, or any manager wants that pressure. I'd rather win the league like this with just game 34, we know we're done, or game 35, we know we're done, and the rest of the games, we don't have to be on that pressure to win every game. You can see what's happening to Inter Milan. That's what happens. Inter Milan lost to Roma. they lost to Roma at San Siro in their home, and Napoli won their game. So now, like, every game is a must win. Me, as a fan, I won't want that. I don't know about you, but let me know in the comment section what you think about Arne Slot and this Liverpool team. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you very much.